God gave me an order no sane man would accept. Go and marry a prostitute, he said. Obeying it ruined my reputation and revealed his heart. My name is Hosea. Let me tell you everything. I did not see it coming. Nobody does. When God decides to break your heart, to heal a nation. It was an ordinary day in Israel. The sun hammered down on dusty streets. Markets buzzed with noise. People laughed, traded, gossiped. But underneath all that noise, rot, spiritual rot. We had abandoned God, not overnight, never overnight. It happened slowly, one compromise at a time, one false god at a time. We bowed to Baal. We chased prosperity. We forgot who saved us from Egypt. I walked those streets. As a prophet, I watched it happen. The cold hearts, the empty rituals, the mockery of everything sacred. And then God spoke, not in a whisper, not in a vision, direct, clear, unmistakable. Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms, and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. I froze, my breath caught in my throat. Lord, marry who? Silence. Do you understand what this will do to me? More silence. But I knew. Oh, I knew exactly what he was asking. He wanted me to marry a woman from the streets, a woman with a reputation. My mind raced. My reputation, my ministry, my family name, everything I would build, everything I represented, gone, destroyed, the moment I said yes. People would talk, they would laugh, they would say, I had lost my mind. Why her? God, why this way? No answer, just the weight of his command pressing down on my chest like a stone. I paced, I argued, I wrestled, not with God, with myself, with my pride, with my fear. Faith is not always a beautiful thing. Sometimes it is ugly. Sometimes it is saying yes, while your heart screams no, while your brain lists 1,000 reasons to run. But I knew something else too. If God asked it, he had a reason. So I obeyed, not because I understood, not because it made sense, but because obedience rarely waits for clarity. I went looking for her. The streets of Samaria were not kind at night. Shadows moved in doorways. Laughter echoed from taverns. Women stood on corners, eyes hard and hollow. And there I saw her, Gomer. She stood near the market square, leaning against a wall, exhausted, guarded. Her eyes darted around like a trapped animal. She wore bright colors to hide the darkness, smiled at men who did not deserve her smile. But I did not see a harlot. I saw a wounded soul, her prophecy, a mirror. I approached slowly. She lit up. Suspicious. You are the prophet, she said. Not a question, an accusation. I am. What do you want? To marry you. She laughed, sharp, bitter. You are joking. I am not. Her smile died. She studied my face, looking for the punchline, the cruelty, the trap. Why me? You do not even know me. I do not have to. God does. Her eyes widened. Fear flickered across her face. Or maybe hope. Hard to tell. You are serious? Yes. She shook her head. You will regret it. Maybe, but I am still asking. Behind us whispers started. People stopped to stare. A prophet talking to her, to Gomer. The town knew her name, knew her story. Hosea, with her, a prophet marrying a woman like that? Has he lost his mind? I heard every word, felt every stare. My stomach twisted, but I did not move. Gomer searched my eyes one more time. All right, she whispered, if you are crazy enough to ask. We married quickly, no celebration, no blessing from the elders, just a quiet ceremony and a lot of judgment. Our first night together, she sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the wall. "I do not understand this," she said. "Neither do I." "Then because love is not always about understanding." She looked at me then, really looked, like she was seeing something she'd never seen before. No one's ever called it love before. My throat tightened. Well, someone should have. We tried. We really tried. For a while, it almost worked. We had children, 3 of them. God gave me their names, each one a message. Jezreel, God will scatter. Lo Ruhama, no mercy. Lo Omi, not my people. Every name a prophecy, every birth a sermon. Israel was watching, and Israel was hearing exactly what God wanted them to hear. But Gomer, she was unraveling. I saw it in her eyes first. The distance, the restlessness. She would stare out the window for hours, disappear at night, come back smelling like wine and regret. "Talk to me," I would say. "You do not want the truth. Try me." She would turn away, walk to another room, slam the door. The silence in our house was deafening. Outside, the mockery grew louder. "He cannot even keep his own wife. Some prophet cannot even manage his own household. What kind of God tells a man to marry trash?" Each word was a knife, each laugh a wound. I prayed desperately. "God, why? Why bring me here just to watch it fall apart?" Nothing. Heaven felt like a locked door. Then one morning I woke up and she was gone. Not just out. Gone. Her clothes, her jewelry, everything vanished. The children cried. I searched, asked neighbors, searched the streets, called her name until my voice went raw. She walked out on everything. On me, on the kids, on the life we would try to build. And she went back to the streets, back to the old life, back to men who did not love her, but paid well enough. I was destroyed, not angry, not bitter, just broken. I really loved her, and it was not enough. I waited. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months. I still loved her. That was the worst part. I could not stop. The town pitied me, or laughed. Hard to tell which was worse. Told you so. Should have known better. That is what you get. I stopped going out, stopped prophesying. Just stayed home with the kids and tried to hold the pieces together. If you are feeling this story, hit that subscribe button, because what happens next, you will not believe it. And there are more stories like this one, stories they might not tell you in Sunday school. Stay with me. And then God spoke again. "Go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who looked to other gods and loved flagons of wine." I stared at nothing. "Lord, you want me to love her again?" "Yes." "After everything?" "Yes." "She left me, betrayed me, abandoned our children." "Yes." "And you will go get her." My hands shook. This was not about me anymore. This was never about me. This was about Israel, about us, about every time we had betrayed God, and He had still called us back. I was living a sermon. And the hardest part? The climax? It had not even happened yet. I started looking. Dark alleys, brothels, places I had never been, places prophets should not go. I asked questions, followed rumors, traced her steps, and finally I found her. She was in a slave market, chained, exhausted, eyes hollow, hair matted, bruises on her arms. She had hit rock bottom and kept falling. Men bid on her like cattle. My heart shattered. This was Gomer, my wife, the mother of my children, reduced to property. I pushed through the crowd. I will buy her. The slaver looked up, recognized me, grinned. The prophet, come to save his whore. I ignored him. How much? 15 pieces of silver and a homer and a half of barley. I counted out the coins, measured the barley. Every eye in that market was on me. You're making a mistake again, someone muttered. Maybe, but it was mine to make. The chains came off. Gomer looked at me, tears streaming. Why would you come for me? Because God came for me. She collapsed into my arms, sobbing, shaking. The crowd whispered, the prophet bought his own wife back. He's actually doing it. It is insane. We walked home together, slowly. She could barely stand. I held her up. When we got home, I sat her down, looked her in the eyes. Thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So will I also be for thee. She stared at me, broken, confused. I do not deserve this. Neither do we. That is the point. And suddenly, I understood everything. The pain, the humiliation, the betrayal, the redemption. This was God's heart. Every time Israel chased false gods, he felt what I felt. Every time we betrayed him, it broke his heart like Gomer broke mine. And every time he took us back anyway, we were all Gomer, all of us, running from love, chasing empty things, selling ourselves for temporary pleasures, betraying the one who loved us most. And he kept coming after us, kept calling us back, kept paying the price for our return. My story was not unique, it was universal. Israel saw it. They hated it because it was true. You chase other gods, I told them. You worship idols. You break covenant after covenant. And still, God loves you. Still, he calls you back. They could not argue. My life was the evidence. If this is hitting different, drop a like and comment below. Tell me, have you ever loved someone who did not deserve it, or been loved when you did not deserve it? I want to hear your story, but it went deeper than Israel. It went all the way to a cross, because what I did for Gomer, it was just a shadow, a preview, a whisper of what was coming. God would not just buy back his bride with silver and barley. He would buy her back with blood, his own, the same love that made me walk into that slave market. That is the love that walked to Calvary. The same humiliation I felt when people mocked me. He felt it magnified, spit on, beaten, crucified. The same price I paid. He paid infinitely more. And why? Because we are all Gomer, running, hiding, betraying, breaking his heart over and over. And he comes after us anyway, pays the price anyway, redeems us anyway. That is the heart of this story. Not my obedience, not Gomer's redemption, but God's relentless, irrational, beautiful love. Love that does not make sense. Love that does not give up. Love that pays whatever it costs to bring us home. I look back now and see it all clearly. The command that broke me was the command that revealed him. The marriage that ruined my reputation displayed his heart. The wife everyone said I should abandon, she was me. She was all of us. And if God could redeem Gomer through me, imagine what he could do directly. Imagine what he did do on that cross, in that tomb, at that resurrection. He became Hosea for all of us. And he is still calling, still pursuing, still paying the price. So where are you in this story? Are you Gomer, running from love you think you do not deserve? Or are you Hosea, called to love when it makes no sense? Maybe you are Israel, watching from a distance, judging, mocking, missing the point entirely. Here is what I learned. Loving the undeserving is not weakness. It is divine. Forgiving the unforgivable is not foolish. It is faith. Pursuing the ones who run is not crazy. It is Christ. My name is Hosea. God gave me an impossible command, and through it, He showed me His heart. A heart that breaks for us. A heart that bleeds for us. A heart that never, ever stops loving us. No matter how far we run, no matter how many times we betray, no matter what we have done or who we have become. If God could redeem Gomer, He can redeem you too. That is not just my story. It is His promise, and it is yours if you want it. If this story moved you, do not keep it to yourself. Share it. Send it to someone who needs to hear that they are not too far gone, that love has not given up on them. And subscribe to Bible Behind the Scenes for more untold stories from Scripture that will challenge everything you thought you knew. I am Hosea, and I will see you in the next one.